First of all, I would like to thank agricultureinformation.com for giving me this opportunity to come in front of you guys and have this session. The topic for today is agro machinery usage. So, since I basically just let me introduce myself, I'm the regional head for Andreas STIHL Private Limited, which is a German company. It's a 96-year-old company based out of Germany. We are having manufacturing facilities in 7 countries, and in India still has been since 2005. Um, we are glad to complete 18 years of operation in India, and our product portfolio varies across different segments, right from agriculture to horticulture, forestry, landscaping, and cleaning segment. So today I'll be predominantly discussing and sharing my thoughts on still products. And if you have any questions related to our products, please feel free to post them online, and I'll be more than happy to answer them to the best of my knowledge. So to start with, let me just share my screen, and I can present you the product catalog. So I think this is our product catalog, and I'll just be going through each of the product catalog. Like I said, still is a German company. We are predominantly known for our outdoor power tools. It's one of the leading global companies, and with a revenue of around 5.3 billion euros in 2022. And in India, we are now covering a wide range of products. So this is our Indian catalog, which I present in front of you. Just to give you a brief, I've already told you a brief background about Still. So 120 dealers across. We operate in more than 160 countries, 20,000 employees, and 55,000 satisfied dealers across global. And in India, we have more than 1,000 dealers. And so this is the main product. To start with, chainsaws. So chainsaws is the product which is worldwide. We are number one, and this is mainly used for pruning the trees, cutting the trees, and maintaining the trees. So you also use these when there is a natural calamity, and we are quite known for our chainsaws across globally and also in India. So about 40% of our revenue comes from this particular product segment. So it is one of our bread and butters. And we've got the range of chainsaws ranging from uh, you know 1.8 HP. I'm not too sure if you can see it clearly, but I'll just zoom in. So the range starts from MS170, which starts from 1.8 HP and goes up to 7 HP. So 7 HP, MS661, and then MS880, which is around 8.7 HP. So these are all professional machines. The fast moving products are these segments, and mainly small farmers use our products. Any farmer who has a small plantation of 1 to 2 acres, any farmer who's even into horticulture crops, what happens is when they need to fell a tree, which is quite laborious, they would call in a labor which would cost them somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per tree to fell a tree, and they find it very easy to use these machines and remove such trees which are not useful or either died or something like that. So this is our entry level chainsaws. Then we move into semi professional ones, which is in range of between 2 to 5 HP, and then we come into the professional segment. So this is all professional segment of chainsaws where professional loggers use our machines. So there are parts of Uttarakhand, Kerala, Tamil Nadu where professional loggers are there. Wood is cultivated purely for furniture, and they use our machines, and they find it very easy for them to use. And apart from this, of course, like I said, during natural calamity, any cyclone or heavy rainfall, you would find in the news that many trees have fallen down. And for those purposes, they use our machines to remove those trees from the pathways or on the roads. We offer a 1 year standard warranty with our products. So whatever range you have seen right now is all of uh, petrol, gasoline products. We also have chainsaws in electrical range. So these are our electrical models: MSE 141, 170, and MSE 190. We also have chainsaws which are battery operated. Some more professional range of electric chainsaws, and then these are our battery operated. So as people move into more of battery cordless, so these products are finding its own popularity. So starting with MSA 60C to MSA 200. Now with battery, the only limitation is its runtime. So you can see here, on a full charge of battery, you can run this machine for about 45 minutes. So those who are environmentally conscious, or those customers who want less noise, use our battery operated chainsaws, and they find it quite handy. Also, we are improving this particular segment as we grow. So we we are already seeing in the European and American market where people have already moved to battery operated products, and we are also seeing this growth in the chainsaw segment. So while I've just shared you most of the products of most of the models in chainsaw category, I'll also share you that many of the furniture enthusiasts, many who do carving, many who do woodworking, use our chainsaws to maneuver and cut down on small areas of the branches to give them shape. They find our chainsaws very handy. In fact, we've got a very niche customer who are wood carvers, and they love our product, and it's also useful for them. Moving away from chainsaws, all our saws are made in Switzerland. So why we are popular is because of this reason. Everything is manufactured in-house, and we have a technologically superior chain compared to our competitors, or in many of them who are Chinese. These are some of the different types of chains: Pico, Micro, Rapid, and Pico Super, Rapid Super. I will not dwell into much. Most of this information is available online. You can refer our website, or you can always Google it. You will find most of this information available online. Same with guide bars. Two important components in any good chainsaws is guide bars and chains. So you have different types of guide bars for different purposes, different types of wood, different types of terrain. So we suggest, I cannot go through it entirely right now, but please do visit any of our nearest dealer or contact our toll-free number online. You will find much of these details available. And if you still find it very hard, then please reach out to any of our team members. We would be very happy to give you a proper explanation as to what chain and guide bar would be suitable for your particular operation. The next product segment that I would like to move into is brush cutters. Now, these machines are very handy. This particular product constitutes about 30% of our business revenue, and in terms of unit sales, and as well as volume. So we are again very good in this segment, where we offer a huge range of products, right from a small 1 HP brush cutter to up to 3 HP FS 460, which is our professional model. And so I'll just give you a bird's eye view. So this is the entire range of brush cutters which we have in India. So the different models are FS 55, 3001, recently launched FS 120, 230, FS 250, 350, 380, 410, 460. Now, many people ask us, how is it different to what is available in the market? So let me just spend some time and give you brief on how still brush cutters are very useful, and what are their applications and where it is used. First of all, any brush cutter constitutes of three main components. One is the engine. The engine aspect is very important because as India is a very frugal country, we all first thing that we ask is mileage kitna deta hai? What is the mileage of the engine? So With that in mind, we have designed our engines to be fuel efficient, uh, environmentally friendly, less noise, less pollution. And when you put in all that, the cost of the engine is normally expensive compared to others. But when you look at the cost offset benefit in terms of your mileage, and in the long run, you benefit from buying a quality product. So I would always suggest it's not just about still, but buy something which is of quality, and don't buy anything that is cheap, because in the long run you'll be a loser. Might be that in short term you feel that the cost is less, but mileage plays a very important role. The second aspect is also the serviceability. Many of these cheaper products which are available compared to steel is on the service aspect. So our machines, I have personally interacted with customers who've been using steel machines for almost 10, 15 years, and on an average about 5, 6 years, whom we interact with, and they've given us an honest feedback, that they visit our showrooms very less for service, and they have also had experiences before where they've used a cheaper product, and wherein the service cost of the machine is sometimes twice as much as the purchase cost of the machine. So you also need to look at from the serviceability. So when you use it, if you are maintaining it properly, if you're getting it serviced properly from a still authorized dealer, your machine will last longer, will be quite fuel efficient, and will be light on your pocket. Fuel efficiency is one, the life of the engine is the second, and the third aspect is your serviceability, the cost of the spare parts. That's where again many of them get uh, cheated, I would say, by opting to go for cheaper products or cheaper spare parts which are available in the market. So buy genuine, and you will see that your life of the machine automatically will improve by almost 2 to 3 years. So in the DIY range, you have this FS55, FS3001, and FS120, and in the semi-professional range, you have FS250 and FS350, and in the professional range, you have FS380 and 410 and 460. Now, some of the users who are of these brush cutters are, so I would say anybody who is having a farm of, let's say, 1 or 2 acres should go for anything from entry level FS55 to FS120 up to 2 HP. Somebody who has more than 2 acres of farm should look at about 2 HP brush cutter, because the area is quite wide, and you will be reusing your brush cutter every 15 days, particularly post monsoon. The usage is going to be high. So I would recommend for anyone who's having more than 2 acres to you go for a brush cutter with about 2 HP. And then there are professional users who want to use their brush cutters 24 by 7. So we have many people who use our machines on rental or on contract. We have customers in areas where the machine is run almost 12 hours a day. So for them, we recommend a professional range of brush cutters, which again come with an anti-vibration system, so that when they're using a brush cutter for continuous operation, their body is not strained, or the vibrations felt by them is almost 70-80% less than a regular brush cutter which is available in the market. Um, of course, you can also find in a catalog for what purpose it is used, applications. So the main purpose of using a brush cutter is removing weeds, also maintaining grass, removing the thick vegetation in and around the farm. So post monsoon, you will have many weeds that grow up in the farm. So brush cutters, along with various different attachments, which I'll show you, are useful for that. So the ones which I've just shown you is all petrol operated. We also have backpack brush cutters. So some people prefer them as a school backpack model. So these are the three models which are available. We also have them in electric and then in battery. So we've had customers who have now started asking for battery. So we have a couple of models in electric and couple of models in battery operated. These are the different attachments I was just talking about. So this is a regular two teeth grass blade. This is an auto cut with mowing head, which comes with a nylon line. and it's quite useful for removing your weeds, regular weeds. But if you have a thick vegetation, then I would suggest go for a brush knife or a 4 teeth grass. Some people also ask us that we want to cut down small branches, twigs, twines, anywhere between the size of let's say half an inch to up to 3 inches. So we suggest them to use a circular saw blade for that particular operation. And then there are farmers who also do tea pruning. So you have people in tea gardens who do pruning. You have people in mulberry who do mulberry cultivation for silk. They do the pruning for them. Then there are people who do coffee tree pruning. So for any branches where you do pruning with a thickness of half an inch to up to 3 inches, then we would suggest them to go for a circular saw blade. And please, I would again recommend if you're buying a steel product, go for a genuine steel accessories, because it is designed to last and give you the ideal optimum performance. These are some of the other multi-tool attachments which are useful for agriculture. So what you're seeing in the picture right now is a paddy harvester. So where there is paddy in cultivated in a row, like 4 row, 6 row, 8 row crop cycle, we use this paddy weeder to remove weeds in between the paddy cultivation. It's quite handy and quite successful. We find this application particularly useful for paddy. Then we have a paddy harvester attachment. So any standing crop other than paddy also can be used to do harvesting with this particular attachment. And what you also find is pick tines and bolo tines. So these are normally used where people have a small farm where they're growing vegetables, and the inter-row cropping which is there is about 1 feet. So they want to do some de-weeding activity, want to do intercultivation, or just churn out the soil. So they use this particular um, um, tines to do that particular operation, which is quite successful. And they find that the crop growth also is quite good when you remove the weeds. Now we move into the third category of our product segment, which is power weeders. The power weeders that we have are quite, as you see, are quite lightweight, low vibration, and very easy to use even for women farmers. I would be happy to share that about 50 plus percent of the laborers task in the farm is actually done by women, and they find it very easy to operate with still power weeders. So in power weeder segment, we have three categories of power weeders. One is called the BC230, which is a 2 HP. The other one is MH610, and the most powerful one is MH710. Now, what are the differences? All are operated by petrol. The difference is in terms of the area of intercultivation or de-weeding that you want to do. So for a 1 foot row cropping, we have this particular option of BC230, which is quite handy. I have already shown you this option in the brush cutter attachment, but people prefer this because it's very easy to maneuver it. You don't have to carry anything, and that is where we find BC230 operation very successful. And it's a very successful model for, like I said, very small farm where they have a 1 foot row crop distance, and they want to do de-weeding in that particular. When you move to a bigger area where you have 1.5, 2 feet, or up to 3 feet, people prefer our 6 HP power weeder, which is a MH610 model. And then the top end model which we have right now is a 7 HP, which is called as MH710, which is quite robust and quite powerful. Just to give you some features about this particular tiller is that it comes with a Euro 5 engine. Many of within our industry, nobody is using a Euro 5 engine. The benefits of using a Euro 5 engine is superior mileage, less pollution, less emissions, and very good in terms of vibrations. So what happens is when many of these farmers are using this, they feel that particularly in compared with the diesel, petrol is much better because there's less vibration. But even within the petrol category, our machine outperforms any other product category because it comes with a dampener. So there's very less vibration which is felt by the user, and hence why even for a woman farmer this is a very good product to have. Now, just to show you some accessories which are useful with the power weeder and different operations that we have. One particular accessories is ridger adjustable. So this is particularly used for cutting the land, loosening the soil, opening furrows for water flow, and making ridges for row crops such as sugarcane, potato, chilies, tobacco, and banana. The other attachment which is quite popular is plowing attachment, which you would know. Turn and break up soil, bury crop residues, cut loosen the soil, help control weeds, bringing fresh nutrients to the surface. So this is quite popular. The other attachment which goes well with these attachments is this cage wheel attachment. Why? Because many of the times when you're using it with a regular tire, the machine will slip. So to avoid that, we use a cage wheel which is used for traction to particularly in wet soil. Then this also provides a floating effect when it is used in a wet paddy field. The other attachments that we have is deep tines. So where the soil is very hard or has many stones, so we would suggest to go with deep tines. This is particularly useful for very hard soil and where there is a lot of stones in the soil. This is a particular bracket. Then there is puddling wheel. So these are the attachments. For there are many other attachments, but I think most commonly used attachments are these. Next, we just move on to the next one. One second.
Sir, can you please unmute your mic? We are unable to hear you. Mr. Sanjay Varma? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Please proceed.
Okay. Next important category is water pumps. Now, why is water pump used? Is as you know, we are moving away from a rain-fed to an irrigated system across India. While many parts across India get a scanty rainfall, this particular micro irrigation system is quite useful. Irrigation as such is given a lot of impetus by government, wherein they are focusing on irrigating much of India which is under cultivation. So water pumps is the main product which is used to draw waters from wells, rivers, canals to the main field. So this is another very interesting product category which is useful for individual farmers, and we have got quite the range of products. So this is for a very small farmer, which is a 2 HP water pump, which is a 1.5 inch. So the discharge here is around 250 liters per minute, and the delivery head is around 27 meters. Very easy to carry. It's about 11 kgs, and we find it very useful for hilly terrains where they want to draw water to a certain particular height, and it is very easy to carry. So quite popular in terrains like J&K, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Kerala, Western Ghat Belt, and even to some extent in the eastern region. The other models, so we basically have the three models which are your regular models. So this is how it looks, and these are the models. All come with Euro 5 engine, which again, like I said, I specified, very fuel efficient and very good in terms of mileage, less pollution, less sound. The three models are WP300, WP600, WP900. Now we find that 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4 inch is the discharge width of the pump, and the discharge that you have for WP300 is around 616 liters per minute, and for WP300 is around 1050, and WP900 is 1567 liters per minute. What we find is domestically or for agriculture, these are the two models which are predominantly fast moving. The WP900 is used for industrial purpose or institutional purpose. What I mean by that is mainly used by municipal corporations. So when you have excess water logging in a particular area and they want to drain out that particular area, so they use this particular water pump. So in agriculture, these are the two popular models, which is WP300 and WP900, and the basic specification are mentioned here. What is very important compared to other water pump is we have a very powerful engine in them. Normally, you find 2-inch and 3-inch water pumps with the 3 to 4 HP engines, whereas our engine is around 6 HP. So that gives you robust performance and heavy duty output. Same with WP900, this comes with a 7 HP engine, and it is one of the best water pumps in its segment. Now, these are the products which are predominantly in the agri segment. We can also move on to some. I'll just briefly move on to some of the products before I start taking your questions. These are the handheld blowers which are used nowadays across India. So anyone who's got some of a bit of landscaping in their front yard or backyard, they use our products to basically remove small twigs, twines, leaves. So this particular product is quite handy. And like I said, we've got different types of blowers: petrol operated, battery operated, and even electrical model. One particular very good use of blower is also in the forest industries. So if you see this, you will see a bit of fire here. So the forest department uses our blowers to douse fires which can be controlled. Not the major fires, but wherever they see a little bit of fire, which I would say is in an area of 300 to 500 square foot, can be easily doused by our blowers. So forest department finds it very handy. Also, it is used by construction people to remove dust while laying the new roads. Coming to a similar segment, which is the blower, which is also called as a mist blower. Now, this finds niche application in farming, particularly vineyards, people who grow grapes, pomegranate, people who are also want to spray at a particular height of 30 feet, 40 feet, basically used for spraying insecticide, pesticides, and chemicals. So compared with other products which are available in the market, this is a niche product. The other products available in the market are basically your sprayers like battery sprayers, knapsack sprayers, and power operated sprayers. The difference between them and a mist blower is that the discharge which comes out, the throw that is there, is in the microns, whereas in the regular sprayers, it's the droplet size, as we mentioned, is in 1000 microns, whereas in our mist blowers, it is anywhere between 10 to 50 microns, depending on it. So you would find a nozzle here, which I'm pointing through the arrow. So you can adjust the nozzle to your liking, and depending on what kind of spraying you want to do and what is your application, you can adjust the discharge. So the difference between mist blower and regular sprayers is the amount of discharge which happens, the size of the droplet. So here the basic maths is twice the surface area, the larger the area it covers, the smaller the droplet size, it is airborne. That's why it is called as aerosol. And it was quite handy during COVID times, and many preferred by many of the health departments across India to use this. So farmers find it very useful for, like I said, mainly those farmers who are plantation farmers or horticulture farmers find it quite useful. We have a particular model called SR450, which is easy for both spraying as well as dusting. It is a two-in-one model, and you can see here, just by twisting the tank, you can easily interchange the application from spraying to dusting. Some other quickly, I will just show you the other products. We also have a portable sprayer, a very handy sprayer within the STIHL. So we continuously look for farmer feedback, and many of them had given us feedback that they are looking for improving our spraying product portfolio. So in the coming months, you will find some new products coming into the sprayer category, which will be very fuel efficient and user friendly, and will ensure that farmer safety is at paramount. Then we move on to some cleaning range of products. So what you see is the entire range of cleaning range products. So you want to clean your bikes, cars, floor cleaners. You want to clean your, bathrooms. So wherever you feel that there is a lot of dirt, and you need to clean it, they people nowadays use a high pressure cleaner. So there are many options available in the market. Go for a quality one and go for one which is which where you can get the service nearby. So this is our entire range of high pressure cleaners. This particular segment is semi-professional, which is again used in by animal husbandry customers. So people who have maintain cow sheds, people who maintain poultry farms, they need to ensure safety of the animals and ensure cleanliness is there. So they are starting using it. Many of the industrial people use this. So without getting into much detail of where it is used, these are the products. We also have in the cleaning range now a good range of vacuum cleaners. So SE33, SE62, and SE122, and a cordless operated, which is useful for your car or easily carried at home. We also have sweeping machines. So if particularly this is useful for outdoor, and it is completely mechanical. It's not run by petrol or anything, and finds it very useful for local municipal corporations to do cleaning of the streets, pavements, and other things. Hedge trimmers is another segment where we are there, particularly a landscaping product. I will just rush through these because these are not really agri-based products, and these are all cordless products which are small, handy. Recently launched this GTA has found popularity with women farmers, particularly, wherein they can cut their own firewood or do their home gardening, pruning, and other things. So this particular product has found a very good niche market for itself. Long reach hedge trimmers, pole pruners for cutting down branches of long trees. Earth auger is another good agri-based product. So wherever there is plantation or wherever, even for agriculture, they want to do fencing. So they use our earth augers to dig pits, and it is quite useful. The pit size varies from 3 inches to up to 12 inches. Then there are other augers which can go up to 24 inches, but we don't provide 24 inches. We only provide up to 12 inches. These are all some other products which are useful for other various applications. So most of this you will find available on our website, all the details. So with this, I will end the presentation part of steel products and the various applications of the steel products. And now we can go into the questionnaires.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. I will take up the questions from the participants now. First question is, what are the latest advancements in agro-machinery and how can they be benefited to farmers and agri-entrepreneurs?
Ma'am, can you repeat that question? What are the
Latest advancements in agro-machinery and how can they benefit farmers and agri-entrepreneurs? Advancements.
Yeah, so the advancements which I've already spoken about is one. If you're using a petrol operated, if you're in the market to buy any mechanization products, please go for something which is a quality driven product. In petrol, go for something which gives you which is of less pollution, environmental friendly, and ensuring the serviceability. So these are the three aspects which all companies nowadays, quality company conscious companies, are doing it. In that, what we are a step ahead of others is, like in automotive sector, you have many of the companies in the automotive sector moving from Euro 4, Euro 5, Euro 6, and even now talking about less carbon emission engines. So we are also uh, moving from old engines to engines which are more fuel efficient, less pollution, environmentally friendly. So we are really looking into the carbon footprint of these gasoline engines. What we also see is a shift from gasoline to more environmental friendly products like battery. So we are seeing a lot of enthusiasm within the farmer community, even in India, for battery products. However, the only reason why it is stopping to switch to batteries, of course, like with any two-wheeler or four-wheeler segment, is on the pricing segment. So while we have promising new technology-driven products in battery, the price point is one bottleneck where we feel that many farmers are not switching to. Broadly speaking, what is happening within the industry is there is a shift which is going on. So people across the industry have understood that India is a land of around 70% of the population where it is less than 2 acres and individual farmers are doing the farming. So now people are more focusing on machines or mechanizing those farmers with single man operated machines. So while the products that I've shown you, nothing is as such new, but the technological advancement in these have come a long way to ensure that the you get a very good product, a long-lasting product which is robust, versatile, and user-friendly, and is not very expensive on the products on the farmer also.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question, sir. Can you provide examples of specific agro machines that have transformed traditional farming practices?
Yes, ma'am, I can. In fact, just to answer your question, if you can just give me a minute, I will just like to show you a small presentation. Uh,
Yes, sir.
just one second, ma'am. I'm just trying to see if I can pull this up. I won't take long because that would be visually it is quite well explained, and I find it. I'm just trying to search. Just give me a minute, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am, I'm not able to find that particular presentation. So I will just move on and I can just explain to you
Yes, sir.
maybe.
Please explain.
Yeah, so I think we had a presentation book also. Basically, what has happened is farmers are moving on to your manual used machines. So, for example, a handsaw or a blade is now replaced by a brush cutter. So, when you see those advancements, if you look at even now, broadly speaking, mechanization globally, if I say India is way behind in terms of mechanization. Here, mechanization is most of it is tractorization. You find many people using tractors, but still adopting your very old traditional hand tools. Hand tools can be right from secateurs to pruners to shears to so many other things which are hand tools. They're not really going mechanized way. Now, typically, manual hand tools are laborious, time consuming, and not very productive. So, coming back to the macroeconomics, America is already at 70, 80% mechanization. Pretty much Europe is also at that level. In Asia, China is at 55% mechanization, and whereas in India, mechanization is still only at 35%. And like I said, much of the mechanization is tractorization. And when you look at the broader perspective, 70% of the population in the farming segment is less than 2 acres. So for them, these are the new products which are coming up, which through mechanization. The biggest challenge nowadays, you also would have come across, is finding skilled labor or find shortage of labor, which again is moving farmers to adapt to mechanization or use of these technology driven products, like I've shown you: power weeders, brush cutters, many of the other things like water pumps, earth auger. Earth auger is another example. Just to give you an example, let's say you want to dig 10 pits, okay, and you would employ a farmer. Pretty much today, a laborer, not a farmer, but a laborer. Nowadays, a laborer charges per day somewhere around 500 to 800 rupees, depending on the work that you're giving them. Now, in that one day, he would hardly dig around 6 to 7 pits. But with a simple earth auger, one single person can do about 30 to 50 pits, depending on the soil, depending on the size of the pit. He can do anywhere between 30 to 50 pits in a day. So what is it? What is happening is they are becoming more and more productive by using these products. So the departments across various states are also educating the farmers. We are coming online on many of the online platforms and educating about the farmers through various exhibitions, various melas, various Krishi Abhiyans. Many of these farmers are getting educated through CSCs, Common Service Centers. We have also now tied up with many of the other various initiatives which other companies are doing, like BLF, which is a Better Life Farming project. ICICI Foundation is doing, Dhan Foundation is doing. Many of these FPOs are conducting many of these trainings. So we go on this platform, we show them the benefits of using our products. So we tell them that one machine basically does the job of around 5 to 10 people, depending on what kind of task you want to do. So I hope that answers your question. That various products are coming into the market now. Initially, it was the case where products were designed for some other country and they would be imported in India and be used here. But nowadays, many companies, including STIHL, are doing R&D here. I'll give you another example. See, coffee is another very good example. Coffee or tea cultivation, harvesting as such. Coffee harvesting is a very laborious task. So you have to pluck each and every coffee bean. Then you have to ensure that you only pick the ripe cherry and not the unripe cherry. So how do you differentiate? So, and picking itself is a very laborious task. We introduced a recent machine called coffee harvester, which was used in Brazil, which was used in Vietnam, and a few other countries in Africa where they're using it for coffee harvester. When we introduced in India, we immediately found that what task would take about two farmers would take about one tree to do 10 minutes, this machine could do in just 2 minutes. So this is another example where mechanization is the need of the hour, and by using mechanized products, farmers um, uh, are reaping the benefits. Many a times, the investment that they do is returned back within the same day or sometimes in 3 months in the
Okay.
state that they have.
How about technical support and maintenance services to your users?
So on this front, many companies, and also still what we do is we provide a user manual with our products. So basic troubleshooting of the product can be referred to the user manual. Apart from that, we also have on our YouTube channel on how to maintain your machine, how regularly you should service it. In fact, we start the servicing aspect right from the time we deliver the product. So we have what we call as technical delivery. So our authorized dealer will sit with the customer, explain to them, start the product in the showroom, show them how it is used, and give them basic tips of how to ensure that the product life improves. From there till we offer them two free services, and post that also we have spare parts assurance to our customers for 10 years. So if you're buying a steel products, you don't have to worry ki this product whether I'll be able to service it after a year or not. We provide that assurance also.
Okay. Can battery operated chainsaws effectively handle the tasks commonly encountered in agricultural settings such as pruning, peeling small trees, or cutting firewoods?
Yes, ma'am. To answer that question, yes, it can. So I just showed a few models. We also have a small GTA machine which can be used for up to 20-25 minutes of continuous operation or 80 cuts. Then you go up to professional models called MSA 200, which is liked by many, and that is as good as using a petrol chainsaw.
Okay. What safety precautions should farmers and agricultural workers take when using brush cutters?
Predominantly what we recommend, many of them don't do predominantly, but at least ensuring that they use a safety goggles which is provided. Many of the companies including still provides safety goggles which they can wear. Second is ensuring that the safety guard is installed in the brush cutter. Our machines comes with the safety guard, but many of the farmers remove it. So please, I would suggest don't remove the safety guard. That will be very useful in case you come across a small stone, because many of the times what happens is the machine is running at 8,000, 9,000, 11,000 rpm, and with the speed at which it hits the object, it can go flying anywhere. So please use your safety goggles, use safety guard on the machine which is provided by the company as standard. The other things that can be used is a hand gloves. So hand gloves are very easy. You can use it for longer duration. We provide them also. And somebody who's not really keen on the noise aspect, they can use ear mufflers also, or
Okay.
basically earplugs which are provided. So these are the safety gears with the brush cutter that I would recommend to be used.
Okay. Are there different paddy harvester models optimized for different type of rice cultivation methods such as flooded fields or dry land cultivation?
Definitely yes. To answer the question, whereas we only have paddy weeder for multi-row crop operation, whereas there are other companies like Yanmar, um, VST, and Strachi, and other companies to name a few. I think the customers can just go online and search for them. You have paddy weeders nowadays with different types of load for different types of paddy that is cultivated in India.
Okay. What financial incentives or support programs are available for farmers to invest in advanced agro machineries?
So to start with, many governments are giving subsidies. Where subsidies are not available, we also know the constraints. Where subsidy is not available, we are offering our products on many of the products now are like any consumer durable products is available through EMI purchase. We also are flexible in terms of other payment structures. So if there is a credit facility which is available to the farmer, through NABARD or through any other government organizations, we are helping them. So where they find it difficult to purchase these machines, I would again say that many of the machines which are in the range of less than 50,000, farmers don't really find it very hard nowadays. Yes, there are price sensitive markets. I'm not denying it, but I think all that also comes with added advantage that either there's a government subsidy on the product, or there is a credit facility opportunity that is available through either third party banks or NBFCs or localized dealers. Still definitely has that credit facilities. Also nowadays what has happened is many people buy online. So many of these online partners are providing that credit facility depending on the user credit score.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Mr. Sanjay Varma for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
You're
much.
most welcome, sir.